Okay, I'm just going to be recapping some of my trades from last week to show you that the strategy works on different assets. So initially, we're just going to focus on this box over here. This is what I was telling one of the members of our Discord, the TPM Discord, is that structurally you're doing one of two things. You only want to long a higher low in an uptrend, which is the example that I'm going to show you for crude oil, or you want to be shorting a lower high in a downtrend. So these are re-entries or continuations with the trend. And then if you want to be against the trend, you're going to be shorting a higher high back to the EMA, or you're going to be longing a lower low. So it's either a pullback to the EMA or it's going to be a full reversal. So you can see at the moment on crude oil, I have entered a short from a higher high going back to the EMA. But these were my long positions at a higher low, and that was with the trend, and they were re-entry continuations. And I just want to show you that the structure is the same as my market cipher strategy. So now we're going to be going to my strategy where I'm always trying to catch either the wick on a daily or a weekly candle. That's all that I'm trying to do. Alright, so on the 15-minute time frame, you can see this is the summary. Price is under the daily open price level. The white horizontal lines demarcate the daily open price level for each day. So price was under the open and in the 15-minute wave. In this case, it didn't hit oversold perfectly, but it was still under with a mild regular divergence. And then the next day, it did touch the -60 oversold level. So that is the conditions for catching the bottom wick on a daily candle. Okay, I've just gone to the daily time frame to show you that I am catching the bottom wick of those daily candles. Sometimes I try and catch the wicks on the weekly candles as well. But that is a summary for the crude oil trades at the moment. I'm going to show you two Forex positions as well, one that I'm currently in and one that I took last week. All right, so that crude oil trade I'm doing on the Leap for Trading Views competition, and the Forex trades that I'm going to show you, I am putting on my FTMO and my Alpha account. So this is basically the same as the crude oil trade. Again, with the trend, you want to long at a higher low, and you can see that that was the position that I caught. I didn't catch the next one, just the first one. And I'll go down to the 15-minute time frame, and also the rules for catching the daily bottom wick. Price was for a time underneath the daily open, and the 15-minute wave was oversold. I did enter that a little bit late, but I'll just show you again. You're basically catching the bottom wick, or just after the open level of a daily candle. So that one I entered late, that was my own fault. But you can see that the concept applies also on Forex. And now let's look at a short position that I entered last week. I was catching, this was the top wick of this daily candle. And so it was Friday, and you can see that it's against the trend. I'm shorting a higher high back to the EMA, but I do think this is going to carry on into a full reversal, so I'm still holding the trade. All right, I'm just going to mark it up. On the 15-minute time frame, price was above the daily open, and we had a 15-minute wave going into the overbought area. So that was where I entered. Let's go have a look at the daily. That was my entry, shorting the top wick of that bullish daily candle, anticipating it coming back to the EMA and potentially now having a full trend reversal, shorting a higher high. All right, guys, so if you like the way that I'm trading and you want to learn more about the TPM strategy, hit the link in the bio and we'll see you in the Discord.